Hey guys, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about King, Kaiser's dad and Neek's baby daddy. He recently was on, I think, his live Twitch, and he was stating how it's not his son that wants him to come back to America, because his son did not say this out of his mouth, but it's other people that are trying to help him, monetary wise, and he's feeling a way about that, right? Because he's saying that he has obligations back in Thailand and he's not coming back to America anytime soon. He just got back to Thailand. And I want to just break down this whole situation because I feel like King has some explaining to do, right? So Neek is the one that offered to help him out with his ticket to come back to America because every time, I'm not going to say every time, but from what I know in watching the internet and things on the internet, I know that there's always something in regards to money, which is the reason why you can't come back to America to see your son, right? Whether it's money or obligations, whatever the case the situation is. But I know that money has mostly been a problem for him, right? Because he does live far away. Those tickets are not cheap, and he can't just fly back and forth like that because he does not have it like that. But when Neek offered to help you with the ticket for you to come back to see your son, because she's not doing it for herself. She doesn't give a damn to see you. She knows that her son needs his father, right? So that's why she has offered to help you, where you clearly need help. And instead of you taking the help, which you don't know, that shit could be a blessing in disguise from God. Because God knows that Kaiser needs you. Your daughters, they need you as well, but you live with them. Kaiser needs you. He's a little black boy growing up in America. And instead of you taking that blessing in disguise from God through Neek, catch that. I don't think you're catching that. Catch it. You chalking it up to say, you're basically stating, well, people want to control you and they want things this way. Nobody's trying to control you. You're trying to control the situation. You want to come out and fly out when you want to and when you're able to. But somebody is offering you fucking divine help. Blessing your motherfucking pockets with a ticket for you to come and see your son that you fucking gave birth to and procreated with. To conceive. And you think it's about control. People trying to control you and this and this. Neek don't give no rat's ass to control you. Control you for what? You already have Lena controlling that ass. Neek don't gotta control shit no more. You're not her problem. You're not her problem anymore. Y'all haven't been together in umpteen motherfucking years. It's between you and your son. Your son needs you. And you know what? These obligations that he had. What obligations do you have in Thailand, King? To do karate and fucking tai chi and shit? That's what you be, the wrestling things and shit that you be doing out there? Somebody said something, and I watched it earlier. They said, you know what? If King, and shout out to you, to whoever said that, but they were saying that if King really had these obligations and these priorities that he wanted to fulfill, he should have thought about that before he became a parent. And I'm sorry to let you know, but I agree. Before we become parents, right? If you are thinking on the right side of your brain, you are supposed to have your life already mapped out. You are supposed to already have traveled, have your career in line, have your motherfucking hobbies in line, and all the things that you like to do, And when you become a parent, you are only allowed to do those things when you do not have the child in your proximity and in your care, such as when they are at school or daycare or, with the other parent or whatever the case, or with other family members or whatever the case the situation is. That is your time to do things that, you want to do. But somebody offering you divine help through the Lord, blessing you with a fucking plane ticket from Thailand to America. That shit is not cheap. And you passing out on that shit. When that is an opportunity to spend time with your son, your little black son, that lives all the way in America, being raised by mostly women. He needs you, King. He needs you. He is a little black boy being raised in America by mostly women. And shout out to those women. Miss Cindy, his mother, shout out to them, because they are truly doing the Lord's work. It's very hard. I don't have a son, but I can only imagine. It's very hard to raise a boy as a single mother and as a single grandma. And you passing up on the opportunity to go see your son because you think people are trying to control you and they want things to be on their time. No, they don't. They want you to see your son because they know that he needs you. I think you're making one of the biggest mistakes of your life. Kaiser's what, 6, 7? He's going to grow up and he's going to remember these moments on how you were barely there. He's seen you, twice a year. You moved out of the fucking country, out of nowhere, with your new family and left him behind. And although he had his mother and his grandmother and his uncles and lots of family members, he didn't have his dad the way he wanted to. You don't know psychologically what that can do to a child. It can make them feel unloved, unwanted, not important, not special. And although he does have other family members, he doesn't have his father. He comes from your cojones, your ball sack, right? You're the fertilizer that fertilized his mother eggs that created him. He's half you and half his mother. I think because you are so caught up in your new family with Lena and Oleni and Ocean, and shout out to them. But just because you start a new family, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't give you the right to forget about your kids from the first family. Or just because you start a third family, or fourth, or fifth, you all know where the fuck I'm going with this. It doesn't ever give you the fucking right to forget about the children that you created prior to that. A lot of y'all out here are making some of the most biggest mistakes of your life, and you're not realizing this. But you're gonna grow the fuck old. You're gonna grow the fuck old. You better hope that God allows you to reach old age, motherfuckers. And you better hope and pray that your children are there to give you grace. You better hope that they want to wipe your shitty ass when you can't wipe your own ass. I'm telling you. Because everybody's only ever thinking about now and today. The present. Not ever thinking or have a care for the future and what it could be and what it's going to amount out to be. If I was you, I would really sleep with one eye open. Because God is not happy with this earth. He's not. And I'm going to leave it at that. I love you all, and I hope you all learned something in this video. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.